Today I'll share the recipe of instant one pot egg biryani. Yes, we'll be making biryani a little different from the traditional way. We'll be actually making this in one single casserole, one pot. This recipe is really sometimes lifesaver for me at least, because sometimes we really are not in a mood to cook some lengthy recipes. So for those days and for those mood, this recipe is a jackpot. So do give it a try, and I purposely called it instant or one pot or bachelor recipe because it's very easy to make. So give it a try. Soos Food Corner style instant one pot egg biryani. Hey guys, I am Subhankari and I welcome you all to my channel Soos Food Corner. I hope you all are doing great in your lives, and if you are new to this page, do subscribe to my page and do not forget to tap the bell button. And thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos so much. So let's begin with this recipe. So as I said, I'll be making this biryani literally in one pot. So I have taken a casserole here. It is my cast iron casserole and very good to cook this type of dishes, especially one pot meals. So I'll cook the entire dish in this casserole. I have just boiled eggs and I have peeled them, and I have taken two large potatoes. I have boiled them, peeled them and cut it into halves. Make sure you prick the eggs with a fork, or you can just make slits in the top of the eggs, because this will help them absorb the spices. And then we'll heat this casserole on medium high flame, and I'll add around 5 to 6 tablespoons of oil, cooking oil, and to it I'll add sliced onions. I have taken 4 medium sized sliced onions, and I'll just reserve 1/4 part and for the recipe, and rest I'll fry here. And I'll make brown onions for biryani. I'll just fry them till they are golden brown. And frying onions for biryani, you should not fry them till they are totally 100% done. Just fry them till they are 90% done. Rest cooking will happen once you take them out from oil. So these are looking nice now. I'll just take them out of this oil, and then I have added 1 teaspoon of salt, red chili powder 1 teaspoon, and turmeric powder half teaspoon in this eggs and potatoes. I'll mix them and then I'll add them in this oil. We need to shallow fry this eggs and potatoes for just 2 to 3 minutes. Do not over fry the eggs in the oil, otherwise they will turn stiff, because eggs are literally high protein items and they will instantly be stiff if you fry them in hot oil or for more time. So take them out, and in the same oil I'll add 1 bay leaf, 2 to 3 cardamom, green cardamom, 1 black cardamom, 1 star anise, and mace I have taken half, black peppercorn 7 to 8, and 1 of 3 to 4 cloves. Basically we'll just fry all the whole spices for just 30 seconds in the same oil, in medium flame of course, and then I'll add the remaining sliced onions that we had preserved. Now mix everything. Meanwhile, I'll just wash and soak the rice. I have taken a 1.5 glass or 300 grams of rice. The trick here is that the amount of water should be 1.5 times the amount of rice. That means if you are taking 1 glass of rice, you need to take in the same glass 1.5 times water, 1.5 glass of water. So thus wash the rice and soak it in normal water, and then I'll add few coriander leaves and mint leaves. Actually I had taken coriander and mint leaves and I added 2 to 3 batches. Just mix them, and then goes red chili powder 1 teaspoon and turmeric powder 1 teaspoon. Amount of red chili powder completely depends upon your taste. Now mix everything, and once the spices starts to mix in the hot oil, add 2 tablespoons of water just to prevent overheating or burning of the spices. Now mix everything, and then to it I'll add ginger paste around 1 teaspoon and garlic paste around 2 tablespoons. Garlic paste should be double the amount of ginger paste for this recipe. Now mix everything and roast it for 1 to 2 minutes. So after roasting for 2 to 3 minutes, then I'll add here chopped tomatoes. I have taken 1 large size tomato. I'll just chop it and add it, mix nicely, and then after adding and mixing the tomatoes, I will lower the flame to low medium and cover it and let it cook for 3 to 4 minutes. So after 3 to 4 minutes, just open the lid, and yes, the tomatoes have softened, they have released their moisture, and the spices have nicely cooked. Mix everything, and now turn off the flame, because I need to lower the temperature of this casserole, because I need to add curd. So before adding curd, it's very important, we need to lower the temperature, because curd may curdle if we add it into this hot pan. So I'll just off the gas and wait for 3 to 4 minutes. You can see the bubbling has reduced and it literally stopped. And I have taken here 5 tablespoons of curd, give it a nice mix, and I'll add this curd into this mixture. So whenever you add curd to any dish, make sure the temperature should not be too high. It should be in room temperature. Now I'll add the curd, and there goes 3 to 4 slitted green chilies, few more coriander and mint leaves. I'll just roughly chop them. I have not cut them into very small pieces. Roughly I have just cut them. And then goes biryani masala. You can take Shahi biryani masala or any biryani masala, 4 teaspoons. Here I have added my homemade biryani masala. Give it a nice mix. Literally mix all the ingredients, and at this stage I have not switched on the gas. After mixing, I'll switch on the gas and then add salt according to my taste. I'll add little more amount of salt because in this mixture I'll add my rice. So now on medium to high flame, I'll cook this mixture for good 7 to 8 minutes till the oil separates. I have recorded this whole procedure. So this is the base of a biryani. The base of a biryani is korma. The consistency should be of korma. So this is looking good now. Now I'll first add the boiled and fried potatoes, some fried onions, and some more mint and coriander leaves. And then I'll add the rice that I had soaked. I'll just drain out the excess water and add the rice. I'll spread it uniformly and I'll add water. So I had taken 1.5 glass of rice, so I'll add 2.25 glass of water. Now give it a nice mix. You can taste the amount of salt at this stage. And now just cover it and let it cook on high flame for 6 to 7 minutes or till you see the rice comes up and it has literally soaked all the water. You can see the rice is visible, and at this stage I'll give it a mix. For me it took around 7 to 8 minutes, depends upon the amount of rice of course and the flame. So just make sure when the rice is visible, it has literally absorbed 80% of water. At this stage add the boiled and fried eggs, and then on the top of it I'll add the remaining last mint and coriander leaves. I have taken here 2 red chili. I'll add that. Clarified butter, ghee 1 tablespoon, lemon juice I'll add 1 tablespoon, and shaha jeera I'll add around half teaspoon. And if you want, you can add salt at this stage. And then I have soaked few strands of saffron in 2 tablespoons of water. I'll just add it, and then I'll cover this pot and let it cook on low flame for next 10 to 12 minutes. And after 10 to 12 minutes, we'll check if our rice is done or not. The best way to check is that I'll insert a spoon, and this should come out clear, and mine is clear. And if in case you see there's some moisture in this spoon, again cover it and cook it on low flame for next 2 to 3 minutes, and then switch off the flame and let it rest for half an hour. And after half an hour, I'll just show you how beautifully this rice have cooked. They are actually non-sticky and it's beautifully done. The rice is fluffy and the aroma is so heavenly, and it's perfectly done. Just few things to keep in mind, and this biryani will turn out perfect each time. The amount of water should be 1.5 times the amount of rice, and you first need to cook the rice for 7 to 8 minutes till it has absorbed 80% of water and the rice is visible. And then add rest of the ingredients, lower the flame, and then cook it on steam for 10 to 12 minutes more. So the biryani rice will be perfect, and I have served them beautifully with some raita, 2 onion size slices, and who will not enjoy this awesome meal. So do give this recipe a try. Su's Food Corner style instant 1 pot bachelor's recipe biryani. As I always said, it's very quick to make. I hope you have liked this video. Do give a thumbs up and do not forget to share with your family and friends. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.